after the EA press conference on Saturday will be Microsoft coming up Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. The Microsoft press conference. They moved it from Monday to Sunday just so they can start earlier because they want to be the ones who starts E3, gets that news cycle, which Rich had a great point that they're just competing with each other. Microsoft wants to be towards the beginning. They want to start the news cycle off with E3. So, Rich, what would be your strategy? You're Phil Spencer. You're putting together your E3 plans. How would you put together your press conference for Microsoft?
Scorpio.
For an hour and a half, all Scorpio? What about Scorpio?
They need to hit how their focus is gaming. No more it's the one machine in your house that does everything. No more, hey, Netflix is available and you can get the WWE network and you can do Redbox Instant on here. No more DVR functionality. I love it that you have all that stuff, but those are perks. That is not the focus. Show me the games. Show me the exclusives. Show me the controllers. Tell me why I need to give you another 500 or why the 500 I already gave you wasn't a fucking waste.
Or you go to PS4 to get your VR. Play Batman Arkham.
He's got a point.
Night.
As the Microsoft apologists, we're sucking this fucking generation, and the reason why I am the Microsoft guy is because the last two generations, I thought they were the ones who were innovating. Because I was a long-term Sony guy, and I thought the 3 was a serious, you don't understand what the fuck your business is, which is why I jumped ship to the one that I thought was. Guess which boat I'm in now? Oh shit, I should have gone with a PlayStation 4. So, I still don't think that they've recovered completely from PlayStation 3. Their sales figures would beg to differ, but I don't think that it's where I want it to be, which is why I'm staying steady with Microsoft. But I understand loyal. We are in last place, and it's deserved. It isn't because of some bias. It's because they've kicked themselves when they were down too many times.
So what would you do with the games then with Scorpio? How would you...
You have to announce exclusives, where they're full-on exclusives or timed exclusives, like the DLC packs in Red Dead and stuff like that.
We're all going to Sony. Sony's getting all the time.
Exactly. They need DLC. To do this. They need to get the dust off the arcade program. They need to push how they are backwards compatible. They've got so many titles that are available now, and because it's all software emulation, technically the original Xbox, I mentioned this before, it could be added in there. I don't know why it isn't already. And start hitting that stuff. I remember when I was working at a GameStop, telling people when they were getting ready, when they had announced the PlayStation 3, but it was starting to get delayed and we didn't have a SKU or anything. And the thing that the CEO at the time had said was, even if we have a PlayStation 20, we're going to have 1 through 19 are going to be backwards compatible on that machine. That's our focus, is we really care about gaming and its history and its legacy. Well, Sony skewed away from that as soon as those machines started burning down trailer homes. So Microsoft picked up that baton. I want to see them run with it. You want to be the legacy machine? That could be your entire niche. And the arcade program, that's one of the big reasons why I was a proponent of the 360. That was an awesome thing. I'm not an indie gamer. I'm not somebody that's going on Steam sales. And yet, every summer of arcade, they'd release 4 or 5 titles, and I bet you I bought at least 4 of them.
You love your summer of arcade.
I did. It was awesome.
You bring it up a lot.
It was awesome. It was one of the best promotions, and it was good for a lot of developers. They were inventive games, and they were games that I wouldn't have tried, but when I got perks and bonuses and sales to try out stuff. Plus, remember, what was the big thing on the 360? You can demo every single fucking game. When did that go away? So imagine if we had both tried Destiny and then went, no, never mind. We both would have saved $60 each. And maybe they would have learned their lesson a lot sooner. Maybe the first DLC would have been very
Well, that's probably why they want to go away. They don't want people to test out the games of potential
Well, then
you're
doing your business wrong, because you shouldn't be trying to swindle people. You should be trying to give them what they are looking for so that they pay for it generously and don't think that you took advantage of them.
What type of exclusives would you want for your Scorpio?
Everything. They need every genre. I want role-playing games, whether they're Japanese or Western. I want sports games. I want action.
The Dragon game? Bring it back?
Listen,
it was canceled?
It was rumored that they're
Did they not renew that trademark this week? I was surprised you didn't bring that up on the top. What's the name of Scalebound again? and you love so much it was on your list and you can't remember the name?
My Scalebound. The Dragon game.
Yeah, there was rumored for release, right? For re-release or whatever, for re-getting the IP.
They have a lot of code. They're going to probably use it for a different game. So Scorpio. So if I was running the press conference from Microsoft, My assumption is there's going to be a drastic gap between the Xbox One and the Scorpio, between HD and 4K. I have a 4K TV. I do see the change, even in the upscale, that to me, it is a drastic change. So that is the assumption, as in this is going to be a big change for gaming, that Rich is absolutely right. They lost this generation. So let's forget this generation. I am now selling the Scorpio as a next generation console. Let's start scratch. Let's start over. I'm going to Xbox One, but it's going to be backwards compatible to Xbox One. Because that's been huge for him. Xbox One backwards compatibility with the 360. Yeah. I don't even know how many games they have now. They have
over 200.
Yeah, I think it might even more than that of how many games. They keep adding them every week.
Yep.
So when I'm starting, I'm selling Scorpio, but it is now a next generation hardware. And now how to show it, because it's very hard. Not many people have 4K screens to show what the graphics.
So think outside the box. What if you went to some of these retailers or manufacturers of TVs and started doing bundle things where a Scorpio can be a pack-in for a new Samsung TV or something?
So that's actually perfect. Is I'm going to partner with Best Buy. I'm going to have Scorpio consoles at Best Buy so you can see what 4K looks like in gaming. So I'm going to partner with Best Buy when I have Scorpio, like, because they're going to have the kits there for you can play. So starting after E3 ends, or starting tomorrow, as you say,
do the Steve Jobs, and it's in stores today.
Not in stores.
No, but I mean in-store demos today.
Demos to see, because I need to sell it. You're not going to see it on a TV. That's what happened with the PS4 Pro. You're showing us 4K. I'm seeing it on an HD screen. Yeah. I had to watch it on my 4K TV to really see the difference, but not people have 4K screen or monitor on their computer. It didn't do anything. Like, not many people saw the difference.
They showed the difference between 4. They had a segment where the guy said, "Okay, this is what HDR plus the 4K plus this is what it looks like on a regular PS4." They did do that. So they cut it in half, and they did it with Horizon.
No, but if you're viewing his,
no, I'm viewing it.
Okay.
For the people that was in there, they could see the difference.
You can see this. It's kind of like the PS4 and Xbox One, where you're like, you can tell that it's better, but you can't really see how much better.
People need to see it with their own eyes to see the difference between HD gaming and 4K. So I'm going to partner with Best Buy. We're going to have Scorpio consoles for you to demo and to actually play on 4K TVs.
Kind of like how PlayStation was doing the VR demonstration.
Correct. Yeah. They did that, which you had to. You had to do demos.
Yeah, I got you.
Because seeing some of the games on for the VR, like, that game looks stupid. That game looks stupid.
Until you put it on.
Until you fucking play it. And, like, holy shit, until Dawn Rush of Blood, I thought the game, like, it's a fucking roller coaster and you're shooting. Until I fucking played the demo, they had it on the demo disc. I played one level. I'm like, I'm buying this. I actually stopped the game, went to Best Buy, and bought it. After that fucking demo, I'm like, this shit is legit. That was real. So that's what you need to do.
It wasn't even that costly, was it?
It's $20.
Yeah.
It's 7 levels, though.
But still, $20.
No, but that's the thing is that when you see it static, you don't realize, even playing the DLC from Battlefront where before you take off and you just can go around the X-Wing and you can go up there and look down the cockpit and stuff. If I had seen the picture or demonstration of that, I would have been like, who cares? When I was in there, I was like, oh my god, it's a fucking X-Wing. It sold me completely.
Yeah, to actually do it. So that's what they need to do. They need to partner with some retailer, have those at them, like, all right, this is what it looks like in 4K. Like, holy shit, this is legit. Because you can't see it on a press conference. Yeah. You can see it on a TV, but 4K, it's a niche. Very small percentage has a 4K TV. I know fucking Mo has 6 4K TVs.
I have one. I'm getting my second one this year.
I know exactly. Fuck job.
And might get a third one by next year.
Yeah, exactly. Go fuck yourself.
I'm a G.
And so that would be my strategy. Scorpio's next generation. We're still going to show it. This is what 4K is all about. But you need to get those games. Crackdown 3 is not going to be enough. Sea of Thieves is not going to be enough. Sea of Thieves isn't even
they can walk the plank already. Jesus.
A game for 4K. But you need to show the difference. As in, this is why you need to spend $250 more for a Scorpio. This is the next generation. That's how I'm going to convince you to spend $250 more than an Xbox One. This is a new generation console. We start the new generation. go check it out for yourself. Don't see it on your computer screen or TV. Go to the Best Buy, see it. So that would be my tough sell. It would be Scorpio. But the next generation starts this holiday. We lost Xbox One. It's over. There's no way we're going to win or catch up. PS4 has us 2-1, and we're not catching up. We're selling even now. We beat them in a few months, but there's no way we're going to catch it. And we made huge mistakes to start the generation, as Rich even brought it up.
Yep.
DVR, fuck that. Learn what Sony did. This is a gaming console. Start over. This is the most powerful gaming console ever. These are the type of games. There's going to be exclusives for Xbox, exclusive for Scorpio, but it is backwards compatible with Xbox One. You don't need to download it. It's automatically backwards compatible. So that would be my strategy for Microsoft, but you have to get away for people to see the difference between HD and 4K.
Yeah.
And Mo, what would be your strategy? You're Phil Spencer.
Well, definitely starting out with Scorpio. I would want to bring back, of course, it's just going to show off the machine, what it does, what it can do, the back end, show around.
And the price and launch date, they'll have that.
Date, yes. Controllers, whether we're going to include the Elite controller or not, or, try to have some of that to showcase immediately.
I would just like
hard.
one working controller would be fantastic.
It is his entire house.
For the
every
hard
system is broken.
for the those players that go excessive for the Elite controllers, I would want to have that ready at least for.
And you're probably the person that's willing to buy it, whether it's next gen or current gen,
right?
Plus,
right.
Everything,
so that stuff
sense.
I would get out of the way. I wouldn't go too much into the teraflops and all that crap because it's just it doesn't mean
cares
nothing.
about it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything to anybody.
Show me what the 6 teraflops does.
So yeah, exactly, and then continue off of that segment and that with the talking, and then I would pull a Sony. I kind of would. I would be like, this is not, and I'm gonna say this because every time I watch an Xbox E3 segment, they always say this: timed exclusive. No, you go with exclusives only. Timed exclusive means everybody else gets it a few months later.
Yep.
Doesn't mean
a year
shit.
later, Rise of the Tomb Raider was that the sequel?
Yeah.
Rise of the Tomb Raider was a year-long
Yeah,
time.
but then it
And
came
they put
out,
out a better version on PlayStation 4.
and it came out with the DLCs
and VR support.
So don't say that.
They had
Don't
a VR
timed
level.
exclusives. Oh, okay. So this is going to.
I love that game. If I had a PS4,
It's a great-
I would have bought it on PS4.
It's a great game.
And I pretty much basically finished it a month before it was on PlayStation anyways, because I had my backlog.
I hate that. I hate when they say timed exclusives. I'm like, don't say that. Just get your exclusives. Get that shit together. It's hard. I know that you
It's
say
extreme because Sony has timed everything they have is timed. Well,
Whoa.
they have their exclusive
Hold on.
games,
they're
but
exclusive.
for the third party
yeah, but
are timed
okay.
exclusive.
So
Destiny
when you
and Call of
watch
Duty.
Sony's E3 and you saw the exact exclusives, were you not like, holy shit, these guys are actually putting out exclusive? You know how many exclusives released that they didn't they had to have their own announcements because they're game companies. Sony has released a shit ton of exclusives. Their Xbox One would never see. There's some Nier Automata, that new game that it got no announcement for Xbox, no nothing, because it never came out on Xbox.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a game that was announced at Sony's press conference because the game company wanted to realize, which was Square Enix.
Was Persona, is that Xbox and PlayStation or PlayStation?
That was Sega tying it in with Atlas and also it going to PlayStation. So they made that conjunction.
But you can get Persona 5 on Xbox One, is that?
No,
No,
it's
it's only
exclusive to PlayStation?
See, that's what I'm saying.
But you don't know that because they're not giving you that branding.
Right, because it was Atlas and Sega that and they only announced it at the Tokyo Game Show over in Japan. That's the only time anybody ever heard of it.
Well, I thought it was
Or
because it sold
Euro.
so well. Actually, it was like number 2.
It's crazy.
I believe in the chart. Yeah.
It's insane. But Xbox needs to show that they can actually bring in some other companies and actually have exclusives. Show that. You need to show that. Rich has a great point in it. I want to see the games.
Yep.
I don't want to see timed exclusives because I could have gotten that anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's like, you seeing Brock.
Everybody has backlogs now. There's very few of us who really has the time to pre-order a game and play it on day one and get through it, and then they're ready for the next big release. Especially when you get to the holiday season.
Yeah.
That's part of it. Is you'll pick your main game, and you might get to a secondary one, but by the time you hit January 2nd, you've probably got 6 games that you had to buy because you needed that pre-order exclusive, or it had that special collector's edition, or just, oh, I love this franchise, I know I'm going to play it, so I might as well get it, and hey, if I buy these, I get extra points from that gamer club or whatever, and you'll do that, and then it comes to January, February, March, and you're like, ah, shit, I still got this to play.
Yeah.
I've had it for 4 months, here we
But
go.
yeah, so going back to it, I would show the exclusives, and then after it come back out and be like, these are timed exclusives. I would keep that for the end. I wouldn't. I would start with my exclusives. I would have to, because I have to show what we're competing with. This is what we have. This is what we got. Nobody else is getting.
No, the
This
best
is
statement is if
sticking
they could
right
pepper it and then at the end be like, we're the new home of gaming. And then you put up a board and you're like, you put all the logos or all the companies that you're working with on exclusives.
Yeah.
And if you can show actual titles where it's not just like you put Square Enix, but you're like, including 3 Square Enix titles.
Yeah.
And like Final Fantasy whatever, plus 2 that haven't been announced yet. And you do this, you like let them know. Save all that other crap, DRM and all that kind of stuff. If you feel you need to do that, that's not something you tell the consumer. Because all it did was hurt them. That's the shit you tell retailers and developers.
I feel like if you're going over and over and over again with the specs, it's like you're dumbing people out on your console.
Yeah.
I feel like, hey, you need to know this. I have 6 teraflops. Hey, did you hear I have 6 teraflops? Hey, 6 teraflops. Hey, what do the 6 teraflops do? Nothing. Who cares?
Yeah.
I have 6 teraflops. What's up? No,
Again,
don't do
you have
that to
6
people.
teraflops, and I've got 15 exclusives that you all want to play. You've got 0 games, but hey, you got 2 more teraflops than us.
Yeah.
Who cares? You don't have anything to play with them, so doesn't matter.
I don't want to see that. So that's the route I would take, and leave the time exclusives for at the end, towards the end, and then have the very end with a very big exclusive. End it just like Sony did. End it on a great note. This is how we're ending this. This is our segment. This is what we got for you. We hope to see you in the future. Boom.
Me, I would start off with, right off the bat, no fucking numbers. This is the price and launch date for Scorpio. Yeah. This is the next generation. This is what we're doing in partnership with Best Buy. It showed those exclusive games for the system. At the end, because I'm a big fan, show the VR. That would be a Scorpio. It won't be until 2018, but show it with VR.
Yeah, I could see you. I would throw it in the middle, but that's just me.
Yeah, you want to.
I'm actually thinking in the middle would be good.
Yeah.
And then come out with a big announcement game that will be exclusive.
Like right after it, yeah. Would be cool.
Yeah.
Because if you showcase the VR in the middle, then you could be like, and this is the game that we have for our starting VR.
Because Fallout 4 will be it, but again, we've all played it. Let's play something new.
Yeah. This would be our starting lineup for VR, and then continue. This is what we have for you, and this is the last game.
That is our strategies. Phil Spencer, hopefully you're hearing. I know you probably already have your press conference already set up, but you can make some changes right
Still
there.
got time to get the tattoo.
Yeah, get that tattoo. Make those calls to Best Buy. Get that set up.
Best thing ever.
That is our strategies for the Microsoft press conference. Please let us know in the comments below what your strategy would be.